Hello traders, you are welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. In this video, we are just going to be diving into how to trade NASDAQ 100. That is the NAS 100 or the US 100 on MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. Okay, so NASDAQ 100, also known as NAS 100 or USTEC, depending on your broker, is an index that tracks the 100 largest non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ exchange. All right, it includes tech giants like Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. This index is known for its strong trends and high volatility, all right, making it ideal for day traders and scalpers who want movement and momentum. So how do you trade NAS 100 on MetaTrader? Step one, you find the asset in your platform. All right, so we're going to be adding the NAS 100 to the chart right now. It depends on your broker, right? Your broker might use USA 100, it might use US 100, it might use NAS 100, it might use USTEC. All right, so whatever name that your broker uses, okay? But, you know, it's the same asset, all right? Okay, all right. Now, once you have your chart open, you choose a clean time frame. Okay, for scalping, you can use the M5 or the M15. These time frames work so well for scalping. All right. Then for swing setup, you can try the H1 or the H4. All right. Add technical indicators like moving averages, RSI, or Bollinger Bands if you prefer. Okay, but keep the chart simple and focused. All right. Now, trading NAS 100 is not like trading Euro USD. Okay, it's actually not like trading Euro USD. The lot size and point value are much bigger, so be very cautious with position sizing. Start small until you fully understand how this instrument moves. Okay, and you must use a stop loss every time. This index can spike quickly, especially during economic news or the New York session. All right. So to place a trade, you go to new order. Go to new order. Of course, ensure that the symbol is correct. USA 100, NAS 100, USTEC, whatever symbol that your broker uses. All right. You impute your lot size. Ensure that your lot size is calculated based on your account balance. All right. Do not risk more than 1 to 2% of your account balance in a single trade. So do your calculations according to your account balance and according to the amount you are risking. All right. According to your risk tolerance, but ensure that you do not risk more than 1 to 2% of your account balance in a single trade. Okay. So once you have set the volume, you can set, perhaps you must have done your analysis already. Obviously, you have to do your analysis first. So we're going to be working with price action, strictly price action, and the RSI. But you can also add moving average for confirmation, right? Confirmation of trend direction. If you want to get confirmation of trend direction, you can use the 20 period, 50 period, right? Depending on the time frame that you're working on. If you were scalping, perhaps on the 15-minute chart, you can actually use the 20 period. If you are going to like the 1 hour chart, you can use 50 period. If you're going to daily, you can use 100, 200, depending on the duration of time that you want to have your trades running. Okay, your tolerance for holding trades for long. So now basically we're going to be working with price action. And what do we mean by price action? Market structure, candlestick patterns, chart patterns, and all of that. So all you have to do is, first of all, identify the trend direction. In this case, we can see that the direction of the trend is obviously a sell trend, right? It's obviously a sell trend. So what do you have to do? You look for only sell opportunities, right? You draw your trend lines, and then you draw your horizontal support and resistance levels. Any place that you see that price has gotten to and gotten rejected 2 times at least 2 times, you draw a trend line, a horizontal level around there. You can see this is 1, 2. You can see this is 1, 2. So anywhere that price got rejected at least 2 times, you draw your horizontal level around there. Meanwhile, this level should actually be drawn on a higher time frame. Okay, a time frame that is higher than the time frame that you want to actually execute your trades on. Okay, so here we can see we have another level. Yeah, we have another level here, right? You can see rejection. Okay, so let's get back to the 15-minute chart. All right, so what you have to do now is you look out for a confirmation pattern in the direction of the trend. For example, you can see that price is getting rejected around this resistance. As price is getting rejected around this resistance, both the dynamic resistance and the static resistance, you look out for a bearish confirmation candlestick pattern. So any bearish confirmation candlestick pattern that forms is going to be an opportunity to enter a sell. All right, but if it was a case whereby we had a bullish scenario, you'll be looking for buy opportunities. But in this case, it's a sell trend and price is getting rejected around resistance, so we should be looking for sell opportunities. Meanwhile, if the RSI happens to be around the overbought territory and coming down, that is additional confirmation. But if the RSI has already come down from the overbought and is trending downwards below the 50 level but above the 30, it still shows bearish momentum. You can still pick your trade. All right. Currently, it seems like the price is consolidating around here. So what we have to do is to wait for a breakout. All right. Ensure that you have a clear direction before you enter the trade. So basically, that is this strategy: price action and just, a few indicators like the moving average and the RSI. So if you happen to have a bearish confirmation pattern to the downside, coupled with the fact that the RSI is showing bearish momentum below the 50 level, above the 30 level, it's a good opportunity to enter a sell. If you get your confirmation, you can enter a sell, stop loss above the previous swing high, or above the resistance, and then ensure that your take profit is at a realistic target, such as key support zones, and make sure you have a good risk to reward ratio, minimum of 1:2. All right. Now, this strategy actually works across both MT4 and MT5. So it doesn't matter which of the platforms you are using. This strategy is very well applicable to both the MT4 and the MT5. All right. Both of them are MetaTrader platforms. Okay. So, or you just have to, both of them are MetaTrader platforms. And of course, in as much as there might be, probably some improvements on MT5 in terms of features and, okay, you can see in this case, we have USTEC in case of features and, some tools and all of that, which MT5 seems to, have an advantage over MT4, but still the strategy is the same, all right, on both platforms, all right, the strategy is the same. The strategy is the same on both platforms, okay? So you plot your levels on the higher time frame. Once you plot your levels on the higher time frame, then you go to the lower time frames to, once you plot your levels on the higher time frame, you go to the lower time frame to look for precise trade opportunities. All right, go to lower time frame to look for precise trade opportunities, trade entries and exit. All right, so the strategy is the same. Let's just get back to MT4 where we started. Okay, now the most active session for NAS 100 is the New York session. All right, it's actually the New York session, especially around the US stock market open at 9:30 a.m. EST. So that is when volume pours in and the big moves start to play out. Avoid low volume hours unless you are executing a longer term trade based on structure. A few key tips to remember: do not over leverage. The volatility on NAS 100 can hit hard and fast. Always know where your support and resistance levels are before entering. Be patient and wait for confirmation before pulling the trigger on any trade. All right, news events can cause massive spikes, so stay alert and check the calendar. So that is your step-by-step on how to trade NASDAQ 100 on MT4 and MT5. From setup to chart analysis to executing trades, now you are ready to start working with one of the most exciting indices out there. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and let the algorithm know we are dropping value. And if you want more strategy breakdowns and market tips, subscribe now so you never miss the next upload. Catch you in the next one. Stay focused and trade smart.